You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Are you ready to learn the 3 secrets to launching a successful podcast? Hi, I'm Bill, a recent client of the Podcast Mogul. If you've been thinking about starting a podcast but aren't sure where to begin, he's got you covered. He is hosting a free webinar where he will share the 3 secrets that can help you launch, grow, and monetize your podcast without any fancy equipment or technical headaches. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot now and let him help get your podcast off the ground.
Well, and that's like the tricky part too, is because I'm an entrepreneur who didn't have savings, who has a teenage son. Like, I've raised him on my own since I was the day he was born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 3 of Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm, of course, Phil Better, and this season is presented to you by Unicorn Incubator. Unicorn is the largest rural incubator accelerator of its kind in the world, located in southwestern France. Its mission is to give entrepreneurs and their families their lives back while helping them build game-changing technology startups. Startups in the company are provided with a complete ecosystem for success, with direct access to proven funding sources, top-notch legal and accounting representation, access to the world's most generous business incentives, and most importantly, a dedicated sales and marketing accelerator that will put a startup's product or service on the fast track to success. Welcome back to Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I am, of course, your host with the most, Phil Better, and today we are investing in Jessica Hagmaier, their website goddess. She's a mother of one and website and graphic designer. She discusses how she founded Websites by Design, The Fusion magazine, and Winning by Design. We get to talking about how websites are living, breathing organisms that need to be constantly adapted to the changing world around us. She shares some tips on improving your website and what's coming up for her next. Make sure you check out her websites in the show notes down below. And ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into it. Jessica, I want to thank you for coming on Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I am, of course, Phil Better. Jessica, give us your 30-second pitch.
Okay, this is always the part that I'm not good at, but yeah. My name is Jessica. I'm the owner of Websites by Design, but we are actually rebranding to WXD Creative. I started out as an entrepreneur, really as a freelancer in January of 2019. The company that I was working for, it was a startup. They decided that they didn't want to own a business anymore. And so I just decided that I was going to stop working for people. And so I started out as a freelancer in January of 2019, officially made myself a business in August of that year, hired my first employees in February of 2020, and then COVID hit. And flash forward, now we're here.
Excellent. I like it. I'm looking for it. So you do website design pretty much.
Yes, with the caveat of that's actually been kind of blown up and expanding, hence why we are kind of dropping Websites by Design and going to WXD Creative.
So what is WX Creative? What is it? Is it funnels? What is it? Tell us, please.
So yeah, we are still instead of a website design agency, we are basically a creative design agency. So we do graphic design, website design, brand development, product design and development. Those are some of my favorite projects. And that was something I never thought that I'd be doing, which is why I named my company Websites by Design, because that's what I knew. But that actually led to a lot of product design for a couple clients, and it's been a blast. So in talking through things, as entrepreneurs, we talk to ourselves a lot and we kind of run things through our mind a lot. And I realized that Websites by Design didn't really fit what we do anymore. So WXD Creative, that's where we're at.
I love it because you were like, you know what? It's still kind of like the core of your business, you know?
Yep.
So it's not disappearing, it's evolving to the next level. Like an onion, you're doing an onion in reverse now. You're building the onion in essence. I love it.
Exactly, like Shrek and Donkey.
Yeah, I just, so that everybody, I was just watching Shrek.
I love it.
So that's where the idea came from. But I love it. So you said it wasn't where you were thinking you were going to doing. Like now you're doing product design. Like, what do you mean by product design? Are you like digital products or actual physical products? What kind of design are you doing?
Yeah, so we're actually doing physical, tangible. You can touch it, you can play with it, you can do all kind of stuff products. So one of my first clients, which I actually connected with on Upwork, and I know some people that's hit or miss for some people, but it's actually served me very well. They are a water sports lifestyle company. And when they hired me, I want to say it was June of 2019. They were like my first client on Upwork.
Okay.
I literally just did, go ahead.
They probably are your best client now.
Oh, they are, honestly.
You locked in that relationship really early and you guys are just taking off, right? So
exactly. It's like, you should see my Dropbox folders for them. It's like, it's ridiculous. They probably
you had to open a whole account on Dropbox just for them, pretty much.
Exactly. I've had to upgrade my account several times. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so they are a water sports lifestyle company. And when I started with them, it was literally just to kind of help them with jazzing up their Spotify pages and kind of creating pages that would convert a little bit better. And then it became some more graphic design, then it became their product catalog. And then all of that kind of led into, actually the first product that I did for them is a subsidiary company that they opened. It is actually a fitness product. And then after that, to this point now, we've done like swings, like the tree swings. We've done the fitness product. We've done tubes. We've done boards. We're working on some other hard goods right now. And yeah, we're actually doing some private label stuff as well for some pretty big companies and names. So it's getting fun.
Wow, this is amazing. I love it. I love how you went strictly from it was, website design, and now you're creating this business that is creating tangible, went from the digital to the physical, but still keeping the digital feel to it. I love it. Oh my God, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I never would have thought it would have went this route. I mean, when I started my company, my tagline was human connection for a digital world. So, I'm thinking everything is just going to be these digital or virtual products. So yeah, it's just kind of funny how it's evolved. I also never thought that I would have employees or work with other contractors or anything like that. I thought I'd just be freelancing until I guess I die. But now I have part-time employees. I have several contractors that I work with. And so now I'm wearing the whole new hat of management and project management and all the fun stuff that we really hate as creatives.
Yeah, but hopefully you still get but you see, you look at it as a new creative challenge.
How you figure?
So now so this is how I look at, so I'm a creative. I love creating as well, but mine is podcast and the voice and the video, right? But I don't really have talent for editing, videos. So
sure.
But voice is easy. It's simple. So, but I never went into that world. I never went creative. My dad kind of unintentionally geared me towards a life of business. So I went into finance and I worked for banks. So I understand, I took my creative mindset into the banking world to solve the problems of my guests, not my employees, but my clients, or like trying to figure out, because I was mainly in fraud. So I understand how the business world works and how to build a company, whereas a lot of creatives don't. They like to create and then like, can I hire someone to handle that?
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, no, because they don't have the same passion as you, and you're like, oh my God. So instead of looking at it, you're now creating a business. So everything is new. So there is no rules and regulations for you. You need to have payroll. Okay, there's companies you can hire for that. Boom, taken care of. You need HR, boom, you got that taken care of. There are all these other departments when you start growing bigger are already, there are companies basically that's their niche. Just like you were a website design at the beginning, you can just hire these other companies. So running a business now, you can pay those companies and still stay a core small group.
Exactly.
That's what's so great about this new world.
It's all about outsourcing and automation, right?
Yeah. That is the key. So what's great, I started this journey, my entrepreneur journey started, like I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I started this podcast specifically, what's the best way of learning? Talking to people who've already done it. So talk to entrepreneurs like yourself and all the other great entrepreneurs I've had. I've had 50 probably conversations now. Wow. So
you have all the nuggets then.
Yeah, I'm getting all these nuggets. So it's like I look at these online entrepreneurs like Gary Vee. So I get that free content from Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, all these others. And one of them is like, how do you 10x something? So I'm like,
I love Grant Cardone. Yes.
Right. So I like some of his ideas. Him as a person, I have to meet and talk because I kind of get used car salesman vibes. So I'm like, but like the ideas of sound, because I hear other entrepreneurs, because I'm talking with 50 of them, right?
Yeah.
I hear them. So I'm like, okay, is valid. So I'm like, how do I 10x my knowledge? Talk to as many people as I can, because that's how you gain. And you have these conversations and cross-pollinate and learn more. So this is why I'm like, it's a creative challenge for you now to figure out how to make this as automated as possible, and so that you keep doing what you enjoy doing, which is, working one-on-one with specific clients. So
and I mean, that's kind of the crazy part, because like I was in corporate America and I was in business for so long as well. And so like I know the business side of it, but like there's a reason I don't offer marketing as a service. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? Like there was a reason I moved out of certain positions and went on to other positions, because I know how to do it. I can do it. I just don't like doing it. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting. And I've learned, even as being a creative and as being an entrepreneur, I know that there's other people who are better than me at what I do. And so, but I know that I can connect with people in ways that other creatives can't. And like I can establish relationships and I can build rapport with people and I can get business in the door where other people can't. So I think I'm now even of the mind where I would rather hire the best, have them do it, and I'll create the relationships and I'll get the goods out the door and, build those kind of relationships with clients. And I think that's where I'm happiest.
Yeah.
But now I'm locked down in the minutia of the day to day and answering emails and all the back and forth. So
until you find a VA or you hire someone that can take off that shares that value with you, because there are people passionate. I know my sister, she was, I don't know if she still is, but she went to like administrative assistant school.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what she went into. She started doing that and she's been doing it for the last 20 some odd years. And her organization skills, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, can you organize my life? And she's like, no, I'm staying away from your life. So I'm like, okay, now you just need to find those people who that type of life is, or like that part of job is your like, joy. So
yeah. And I'm actually, as we speak, working on a job description for that, to bring someone on the team to do that kind of thing.
So definitely, okay. If you feel, please give us the link and I'll link it to that for you. Perfect. So that if you ever do find it, hey, you may be one of the listeners, never know who's listening. Wow. What is it like writing a job description for the job that you will be kind of like your right-hand woman or right-hand man?
You know what? It was hard because I'm like, you guys, like, we understand certain things through our own lens. So it's like, I know exactly what I need this person to do, but trying to put that on paper, someone else will understand it and not look at me like I'm lost my mind. It's been a task. I had to call my sister and be like, does any of this make sense? And then she like sending me job descriptions. And so I like pulled some stuff from there and I'm like, well, no, this doesn't really work. And yeah, It's a process. It's a process. And you wouldn't think like these little minute things that you wouldn't think are a big deal, like end up taking more brain bites than like an entire product line design. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can understand. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can totally see it, because you're now entrusting like someone to run your business day to day.
Essentially.
Like in essence, what you're doing is you're now, because what's great is these conversations that I'm having, I also connect with people in other areas. Like I talk with stockbrokers or investors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but long-term investors, not day traders or anything like that. And so talking with them, it's like, oh, you can create a company and a board of directors if you want. Just once you hire someone as your CFO or so whatever, you can build the title whatever you want and write whatever you want now. And as long as you're willing to pay the position, someone's going to do it.
Well, and that's like the tricky part too, is because I'm an entrepreneur who didn't have savings, who has a teenage son. Like I've raised him on my own since I was the day he was born. I tanked my credit when I was 19 because I was a single mom. Like I don't have any assets. I had a house. I sold the house before I moved to Dallas. So I'm like on paper, it doesn't really make sense that I own a business.
Yep.
And like, that's kind of the trick and the problem, not necessarily the problem, but like the obstacle that I've ever had to overcome is getting the money flow consistent in order to be like, okay, I can hire these people. I can pay them consistently, even, not growing too quickly. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Because the work is definitely there, but without having like, money in reserves or access to credit lines and that kind of thing, you run the risk of the work coming before the money.
Yeah. Okay.
And then people are like, well, I'm never not going to pay anybody. But then if heaven forbid I can't pay somebody, then I'm out a whole lot.
Yeah. You're bootstrapping a business. You bootstrapped a business.
Yeah. And actually that made me think, so I know you said Grant Cardone, like used car salesman.
Yeah.
And I get that because he's very much like sale. But have you heard of Undercover Billionaire?
Yes.
Okay. You know that he's on this season.
Yeah, I know he's promoted it on his YouTube. I follow him on YouTube and watch occasionally. Like not all his content. I like to listen to him because one, it lets me understand the mindset of those type of individuals, so I can learn their language, because it's all about language. It's communication, sales, and human nature is language. So I watch him because one, most of his message is true. Like how to sell. Look, he has a lifestyle that I admire.
Mm-hmm.
He got it by sales. Okay, I'll listen to his sales. Okay, I understand the fundamentals. I may not sell it like you do, but I'll put it into my language to sell to the people that I want. Like you looking for the right custom VA to work with you, like be your side partner. So yeah, so I fully understand that.
Well, and there's another lady on there named Elaine. And she's actually, I don't know if you know like the premise of it and everything, and I won't give too much away, but basically the challenge is going somewhere you don't know anybody, like a small little town, and you have to build $1 million company in 90 days with no resources, $100, no cell phone.
Okay, yeah. I've seen some YouTubers do the same thing, like who have made it money. Like, can I do something, drop shipping for 50 days or stuff like, I know somewhat taking that concept and Undercover Boss, but taking it to something bigger.
Yeah. And one of the ladies on there, Elaine, like I said, she's actually put this whole thing together, and she's gotten people to work for her like for nothing, literally on the strength of people look at her, they're like, oh, she's a boss. She knows, even though no one knows who she is. Mm-hmm. And she's, supposed to be just someone down on her luck. They're like, oh, she's a boss. Like she's handling it. She's making all these things happen. And she's literally building a $1 million company, and has not put any of her own money in, has not paid anybody, not because she doesn't want to pay people, but she has no resources. She's not able to. And she's like they've literally rehabbed an entire like inn and bar and all of that with like nothing, no resources.
Wow, I love that.
She hasn't paid. It's crazy like how people are able to do this. And she comes off like kind of really hard and aggressive and brash as well, But like, I admire that. Like, how do you get 20 people to put in hard labor for you day in, day out, and just keep going, keep pushing? Like, that's admirable.
That's boss. That is, she's getting people to invest in her vision. And that's what you're doing. Like, you've invested so much time in yourself to get to a point where you went from, single mom selling the house to now you have payroll that you have to take care of. You have but you don't have to worry. It's not like, oh no, I have to make payroll. You're like, I know I have money to pay my employees. Like, it's fine. Now it's like, okay, slowly building out so that you can go to the next level, and find that partner or employee that can help you go to the next level. Fully understand why you're having difficulty.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're gonna, I can feel it, because you have the entrepreneur, like you've bootstrapped a business to where you're happy, and personally, the fact that you did it while having a son grow up, like there's nothing you can't, nothing will ever be in your way. And you said it yourself. You went problem, then you went, no, it's an obstacle. Yeah. Because obstacles are easy to overcome.
They are. And and this will be the last time I reference Grant Cardone.
No, please. For me, I reference Gary Vee a lot because I am influenced by Gary Vee. If Grant Cardone influences you, please share it, because my listeners may enjoy him.
Yeah, it's just the nuggets. Like, he says, success breeds problems. Like, but you need that. Like, those are the problems that you want. If, like, every level of success, you're going to hit a new level of problem. And it's going to be the cycle every single time. And so if you prepare for that and you look for that, then you know what to expect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just, creating a good foundation, so when you start going up to the next level of a house, your foundation is solid, so it can handle the shakes when you have it, exactly. Like the problems. I love it. So I'm going to go back to your core business, your bare bones, back to your website design. What was some of the faults you see on beginners websites? Like what should be like at least the bare minimum you have on your website today, if you're an entrepreneur starting?
Yeah. And I mean, that's hard because, like, I've literally, even before Websites by Design, I started a magazine and I knew nothing about graphic design, nothing about anything. It ended up winning an award, and like, I got into 13 different states, but it was
I'm sorry. I'm like, just a humble bragging, all kinds. I love it.
It's so hideous. So, like, I get it. And like, I get when you're starting out, like, you don't have money, you don't know people, you don't have resources. So I think at the end of the day, if it's not, especially starting out, it's not like, you're not going to land $1 million client because you have a pimped out website. You're going to land $1 million. Like, people don't do business with businesses. People do business with people. And I think the more that you hone yourself and your craft and just have some sort of digital presence, yes, you do need a website. It's not going away. But have a website that people can refer to and be like, okay, at least this person is legit. Ultimately, what's going to get you started in a business and what's going to make you successful initially is who you are and how you work with people. Then when you reach a certain level, then you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to get your online presence off of Wix or off of, Squarespace into something a little bit more robust, a little bit more functional for whatever it is you're actually trying to do.
Okay. Good. I like that advice. Like, it's okay. Just get started. Just put something up that works. As long as it works, you're gold. And then when you have the money to invest in it, invest in it.
Exactly. And like, there's always going to be something that needs improvement. There's always going to be a reason not to do something. There's always going to be a reason why, you need to wait, or you need to pause, or you should, put $5,000 here as opposed to $5,000 there. But at the end of the day, like, you have to do it anyway. And like, I even have that tattooed on my body. Like, do it anyway. There's always a reason not to do it anyway. Life is too damn short. There's always going to be someone that has something to say negative. There's always going to be people who are judging you. There's always going to be people who want to see you fail. Do it anyway. Like, what else are you going to do? Or what else are we going to do with our life other than sit on the couch, watch TV, watch Grant Cardone or Gary Vee on our phones? Mm-hmm. What else is there to do? Just do it.
I love it. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. My question to you, have you ever thought of writing a book about your career?
So I have, and a little snippet, I guess I'll give you a little tidbit. I actually started a blog and it's very, very small. Like I literally just started it. But I am not like, I've gotten to a certain level of success, but I'm by no means successful by societal terms. However, and I'm my own worst critic and I'm like my own worst enemy with this kind of stuff, but there's something in my gut that tells me like I'm on the cusp of something.
Oh yeah.
Something's about to happen. Yeah. So I started
fully agree that like, so what's great is in some other episodes during season 2, a lot of my guests said, Phil, you're amazing. You're going to be like, the show's going to be huge. And I'm like, thank you. Like it's just started, like, okay. Yeah. But as it's gone on, I've got more and more people saying that. And like, I've landed clients for work as a freelancer, but with the 9 to 5. So for me, I'm like, yeah, no, it's about to blow up. It's only a matter of like days. And so when I see someone else, I'm like, I see exactly what they saw in me. Like, I know it's going to happen any moment for you. It's our time. Like, you're also a single mom. Like, there's nothing can be put in front of you that you won't conquer. Like you were able to feed your child, you're able to keep a roof over their head, and you've grown a successful business that's on the cusp of going to the next level, So of course, you know how to do it.
I appreciate that. And that's actually like kind of why I started the blog, because like when we see successful people, they're already successful. They're already at a certain level. So I've actually started this blog as I'm on this level, and I'm just being very, very brutally honest about everything that's going on in my life. Like I've even gone down to, I own who I am, like flaws and all. And you like it or you don't. Either way, we're good. You're going to exist. I'm going to exist.
You have, as long as you don't break my respect, I won't break your respect, and we're good.
Exactly. And so the blog is really just, I'm hoping that it's going to serve almost like as a how-to guide of, this is literally how I went from this level of company and brand to this level in a year or in a year and a half. And it's literally, my hope is that it's going to literally show that step by step as I'm writing it every month or every couple weeks.
Okay. That's great. And if you do want to write a book, I did have what's called, the guy who calls himself the book doctor. His goal is to have 100 medical professionals. His original goal was 100 medical professionals write their life story.
Oh, cool.
However, having spoken with like 50 entrepreneurs at least, everybody's story, no matter, like, you've done it in a year and a half, that's amazing. A lot of people who have never even thought it could be done because they heard of 5 years, like it usually takes 5 years, right? So the fact that you've done it in such a short time, like, and you're documenting the next part of your journey, he would be probably the best person. And I'll definitely put you in touch with him, because I know he wants to expand, and the better the story, the better it is for him, right? To help you tell your story, because it reflects well on him, and he handles the whole thing for you. Like, he can get people done in like 60 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll need to, this is networking. This is what you do.
Yeah, I have no problem, because like, he's going to thank me. I look better in his eyes. You get to write your book in 60 days. Everyone's happy.
Yeah. And then maybe he'll do yours for free.
Here's knocking on wood.
Put it in the universe. Put it out there.
You just put it out in the universe for me. So it's good. It's good. You put it in the universe for me. Yeah. Jessica, this is amazing. I'm loving the energy. We have great energy, and I can feel it because we're in the same age bracket, and we care about the we, not just the me, which is something else I learned, this is why I love talking with entrepreneurs. I learn new things all the time. So I'm going to just jump off screen. I'm going to give you up to 5 minutes where we can find you, your blog, all this, so that my listeners can invest their time in you. Okay?
Perfect. And I can tell you right now, I won't need 5 minutes, because I'm not that good at talking about myself.
It's fine. You have up to 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
There you go. And you're good.
Awesome. Well, yeah, y'all know my name, Jessica Hagmaier. So I have my personal blog and like my personal site is jessicahagmaier.com. And that is Hagmaier. If you want to like really get to know me and who I am unabashedly, you can go there and you can go to my personal Instagram because that's kind of my little social universe. And my personal Instagram is Gorjess Web Design. So GORJESS Web Design. And that will tell you exactly who I am, what political affiliation I am, how many animals I have, what my son does, all of that kind of stuff. But business-wise, my business is Websites by Design right now, and that's websitesxdesign.com. We will be rebranding to WXT Creative. So if you see either one of those, that's going to be me. And yeah, website design, graphic design, brand development, product development. If you have an idea, let's see what we can make happen.
I love it. Even in the pitch, she was entrepreneuring herself, showing that she's open for anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Jessica for being a guest on the show. Jessica, thank you so much. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you. And thank you for investing your time with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the show notes will have all Jessica's links all updated and if possible, if the job hasn't been filled by the time this episode goes live, a link to the job posting so you can see if you will be the perfect fit for Jessica. I am Phil Better. Have yourself a great night. I want to thank Jessica for being a guest on the show. She was an amazing, bubbly, awesome person to talk to. Her website is something you guys should really take a look at. It's amazing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the show notes will have all the links there. And I want to thank you for listening and remembering to invest in yourself. If you don't know, I'm currently doing a daily live stream over on my profile for Facebook. So just search Phil Better and you'll be more than likely to find me, and you can tune those in at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. So ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for listening to the podcast, and I wish you adieu.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to take the next step. When you're ready to dive deeper into how to launch, grow, and monetize your podcast, Phil's got something special for you. Join him for a free webinar where he'll reveal the 3 secrets that have helped countless entrepreneurs succeed in podcasting. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot, and let's turn your podcasting dreams into reality.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.